All right, let's talk about Windows Server Basics for support. Now, the goal here isn't to turn you into a full-blown sysadmin overnight. Nope. It's to give you a really powerful new skill, the ability to safely investigate server issues, gather some solid clues, and escalate problems with actual data to back it up.
Oh man, we have all gotten this ticket, right? It just lands in your queue, the application server is down. And your first thought is, what does that even mean? Is the power cord kicked out? Is the network gone? Or is it just one specific piece of software that's not responding? This is where we stop panicking and start investigating.
So let's kick things off with the single most important rule of all: read-only investigation. I want you to think of yourself as a detective arriving at a crime scene. Your job is to observe, take notes, and gather evidence, not to start moving things around. It's the absolute safest and, honestly, the most effective way to start troubleshooting anything on a server. Seriously, make this your mantra. Say it with me. I am here to investigate, not to change anything. Every single tool we're about to look at is completely non-intrusive. You are not going to break anything. You're just a fly on the wall, looking and listening to what the server is trying to tell you. This protects you, it protects the server, and believe me, it leads to way faster fixes. And here's why that mantra is so critical. Look, when a user's laptop has a problem, that's one person having a bad day. But when a server has a problem, that could be hundreds, maybe thousands of people. The entire company could literally grind to a halt. So your initial careful investigation is the absolute first step in getting everyone back up and running. Okay, so where do we find these clues? Let's jump into our number one tool, our absolute best friend in this whole process, the Windows Event Viewer. Just think of it as the server's detective log. It's the place where all the secrets are kept. So this is it. This is the Event Viewer. And honestly, the best way to think about it is like the server's personal diary. Every single thing that happens, an application starting up, a user logging in, something going horribly wrong, it gets written down right here with a nice little timestamp next to it. It's an amazing record of everything the system's been up to. Now, you'll see a few different logs in here, and it can look a little overwhelming at first, but for our purposes, we're really just going to focus on the big three. The application log is where all your apps, like your finance software or CRM, will complain. The system log is for Windows itself, things like service crashing. And the security log? That's our go-to for anything and everything related to logins. Okay, but here's the thing. These logs are noisy. They're filled with thousands of totally normal, everything is fine messages. We need to cut through all of that. The trick is to use the filter current log action. With just a couple of clicks, you can tell it, hey, just show me the bad stuff. We only want to see events marked critical or error. This is, hands down, the fastest way to find your first clue. All right, so we've looked at the server's history, right? We've read its diary. Now we need to check its pulse, see what's happening right now. And for that, we're going to use another fantastic tool, the Services console. You can get to this by just running Services.msc. And what you're looking at here is a list of all the background programs, the things that run without you even seeing them. This is the engine room, your database, your web server, the backend for that custom app. It all lives here. And the beautiful thing is how simple this check is. You don't need to know what all of these services do. Your eyes should go straight to one column, status. For the service you care about, does it say running or is it blank? A blank status means it's stopped, and that right there is a huge clue. Okay, theory is great, but let's see how this works in the real world. We're going to run through a couple of quick key studies. First up, a super common one, the failed login mystery. So you get the ticket. A user can't log in. And of course, they swear they're using the right password. They're getting frustrated. You're on the spot. So is it them or is something else going on? Time to play detective. First up, Event Viewer. We're heading straight for the security log, and we are hunting for one specific thing, Event ID 4625. Just burn that number into your brain. It's the server's official way of screaming, hey, someone just failed to log on over here. But here's where it gets really cool. You don't just see that it failed, you see why it failed. Inside that event are these little failure codes. A code ending in 6D means the username or the password was bad. But if you see a 6A, bingo, that means the username was perfect, but the password was wrong. Now you know with pretty much 100% certainty that it's a password problem. And a 6.4? That means the user account doesn't even exist. So what if you're looking at the log and you see hundreds of these 4625 events, all from the same computer, happening over and over? Your first thought might be, oh no, we're being hacked. But as MVP Marcin Polic points out here, that's usually not the case. It's way more likely to be some automated system like another server or a network device that just has an old saved password and is trying to connect again and again and again. It's a super common problem to look out for.
All right, case study number 2. This time, it's not just one user, it's everybody. The whole application has just stopped working.
So you do your basic checks. You can ping the server, you can even remote into it. The server itself is alive and kicking, but the finance app that everyone needs, dead in the water. This tells you it's almost definitely a software problem, not a hardware problem. Okay, back to Event Viewer we go. But this time, we're checking the system log. And the magic number we're looking for now is Event ID 7034. This is the server literally telling you, whoa, something just crashed. It didn't shut down nicely, it just fell over. And the best part about this event is that it is super specific. It doesn't just say, uh-oh, it tells you the exact name of the service that died. It'll say something like, the Finance App SQL Connector Service terminated unexpectedly. That, my friend, is your smoking gun. Okay, now we bring it all together. We take the name of that crash service we found in Event 7034, we pop over to our other tool, Services.msc, and we just look for that name in the list. And what do you know? There it is. In the status column, totally blank. It stopped. Now you've got the whole story. You can update that ticket with pure facts. At 10:15 a.m., Event ID 7034 was logged for the Finance App SQL Connector service. I verified in the Services console that this service is currently stopped. That is a perfect data-driven escalation. No guessing, just facts. So think about what you can do now. With just 2 simple read-only tools, you've basically unlocked a support superpower. You can walk up to these scary, vague server problems with total confidence, knowing exactly where to start digging for clues without any risk of making things worse. You're no longer just passing on a vague complaint. You are now a proactive investigator. You're the one who finds the facts, who gathers the evidence, and who gives the senior engineers the exact information they need to fix things fast. So, what server mysteries are you ready to solve?